Welcome to our 2019 All Sports Banquet. I'm glad to be here to represent the Guyman Booster Club this year and honor all of our student athletes. If you'll stand, please, and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then continue standing for our invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I thought it was kind of funny when they asked me to do the invocation because I thought my soccer boys had heard me pray for the last time. So they kind of get tired of me through the year. So if you bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Gracious Father, I would like to thank you for this day and time that we have together to honor these student athletes and their accomplishments from this past year and season. Lord, thank you for these parents that have entrusted us with their children over this past year. And ask that you bless this food and nourishment of our bodies, bless the hands that prepared it, and help to remind us that everything we do is to glorify you. In your heavenly and gracious name we pray. Amen.
I would like to just recognize our Booster Club members. They are dedicated and they come every month to our meeting. So if you are one of our Booster Club members, I would like for you to stand, please. Our officers are here tonight. Linda Gutierrez, our Vice President. Krista Landis is our Secretary. And Marilyn Arledge is our Treasurer. And I know there are more Booster Club members than me. There you go. Thank you. Would you please give these people a round of applause? Just a few thank yous. I'd like to thank those that came and set up and decorated yesterday. They gave up some of their time on Sunday. We appreciate that. Thank you to Jamie Kaufman and Honeys for our great meal. Thank you. Thank you to Coach Pereira and Coach Quibido up here that are our MCs for this evening. They've graciously accepted the challenge. Thank you to our coaches, transportation, teachers, parents, administration, and the school board for supporting not just the Booster Club, but all of our athletes as well. Thank you to PTCI. Sean's back there filming tonight's event. You can catch the replay of that on PTCI's YouTube channel. And then thank you to Rocky and his staff and the Fair Board for allowing us to use the facility tonight. So you may be asking yourself, what does Booster Club do? Well, we provide support and encouragement to all of our GHS athletic programs. I don't know if you all realize this or not, but the budgets that they have allocated to them don't cover all of the necessary expenses that go along with running our programs, the gear, uniforms, travel, and so forth. So we tried to help them out and make up for some of those, some of the difference there. So this year we provided money for motel rooms, gear, uniforms, entry fees for tournaments, online training aids, and other things. If you see kids walking around with All-State jackets on, or they've earned themselves an All-State ring, Booster Club pays for that as well. And then, of course, we host this awards banquet every year. We're dependent upon volunteers to organize and run our fundraisers. We are also depend on support from local businesses and individual donations. So a few of the things that we do every year to raise money for our programs, we have a Tiger Fun Fest to kick off the school year. We'll be planning that starting in July for the coming year. Sports schedules and posters and the team's pictures, we do that every year. We hold a silent auction during basketball season. We sell yard signs. If you've gone to a football game, you'll see the Booster Barn out there. We sell merchandise, stadium bags, other things out there for purchase. And then this year we tried something new and had 2 paint parties that were very successful, so we look forward to doing that again next year. So here's my sales pitch, since y'all should be happy, fed. Yeah, okay. We only meet one Monday of each month for like an hour, tops. So if anybody could give up about 45 minutes of their time once a month, we meet on the first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock at the high school. It doesn't cost anything to be a member of the Booster Club. It's free. It's a heck of a deal. So please consider that. We need some more members. It's not hard work, but it does make life a little easier when we have some more people to spread it around with. So everybody get your phone out. Everybody have a smartphone? Okay, go to Facebook, please. If you don't know, I can send my 6-year-old to help you if you need me to. Facebook, go to Guyman Booster Club. And like and follow our Facebook page, please. You'll find all of your updates, information on our meetings and other events there. So lastly, we're here to honor all of our student athletes. This year we're not handing out participation certificates and letters to every child. If you want one of those, we can sure get you one at the office at the high school. So things should move a little bit more quickly this year. At the conclusion of the program, we have some banners back there. Please feel free to take pictures with your family and friends. And then on the very back table in the back, we have some posters from years past and some extra pictures. Please help yourself if you're in any of those or your children are in them. Feel free to help yourself. So with that, I will turn it over to Coach P.
All right, first up with football, we have head coach Kyle Davis. Yeah, I'll wait till I cut the music and then I'll get up there. Yeah, do we have the players coming up, or are you going to announce them? Are you going to announce the players, or have them come up right now?
Yeah, go ahead, just have them come out.
They'll come up right now?
Football players come out.
Okay. At this time, can we have all football players on the stage? All football players on the stage. Coach. Coach Davis. Coach Davis. Coach Davis, hey, make sure you project. I'm gonna try to make sure, I'm gonna come up on the stage, but I'm gonna make sure the mic's okay first, all right? So.
There we go. Okay. For all the other coaches, make sure you get close to the microphone. Pretty scary. But, of course, this is the football team that's up here and everything. First off, I'd like to have Sooner. Sooner, go ahead. Give him a wave out there, Sooner. I made a mistake, and I left him off the list, and that's my fault and everything, but I wanted to make sure he got acknowledged that he's up here. So I'm glad that he's part of the team, which is good news for us. Our season did not go as well as obviously we wanted it to go. The best part about our season, though, was our last game against Northwest Clawson. The fact that we came from behind and won it in overtime was just one of those games that you were really, really happy about. It was fun to see. And the people that did it was this team up here. They always gave me 110%, and you could see it in that game. It was a tough game. A lot of people remember a real bad injury that Northwest Clawson had. So I got some awards that I want to give out. The first one goes to a best back, and usually that could be a running back or a defensive back, and what I've done is I've combined both. This young man did a fantastic job for us this year, and it was a real pleasure to watch him play in games. you could always see him just giving everything he had, and it was a lot of fun to have him. Again, it was really fun, but what I want to do is just, maybe I'll just talk to everybody. Try it now. Okay, I was told to try it now, so here we go. It goes to OCL. OCL, you around here? Our next award goes to the best lineman, and this is both offensive and defensive. And I'd like to say more about him, but I'm a little bit nervous, so I better go ahead and get this out before I have to switch microphones again. And that one goes to Lorenzo Amador, Papa Bear. The MVP was one of the best players we had this year. And the best part about him is he moved to a position that he'd never played before, let alone being on a side of the ball that he'd never played before offense. And MVP goes to German Mesta. Lastly, our Tiger Award goes to a person who had probably the biggest heart I've ever seen. And every day he was at practice giving us everything he had, and it was just kind of a pleasure to see him working as hard as he did. In the weight room, you can't surpass him, which is awesome, which is great to see. But again, this one goes out to Tegan Telford. I want to make sure. Again, I want to thank the seniors for everything they gave us. I've known most of them since the 3rd grade, so we've come a long ways, and it's tough to say goodbye. But in the same instance, they really did a great job for us, and it was a pleasure to have them. I want to thank Mr. Melton and, of course, the school staff, Andy Brown and Mr. Williams and everybody. I'd like to give thanks to my wife, Shelley. I think it's working, right? I think this is working. I hope it is. Before I leave, I'd like to have the football players who signed up to serve our country. Thanks again, and always remember, it's a great day to be a Tiger. Good luck.
Can you try it? I'm pretty short. Can I pull it down? Can you guys hear me? Good evening. Thank you guys for all being here tonight. The cheerleaders have accomplished great things this year. This summer, we attended the UCA camp at OU. Our team won a tradition award, spirit sticks, superior ribbons, and we won the game day competition. We also had 2 cheerleaders selected as UCA All-Americans this summer, Aaliyah and Arrington. This year, we also competed in the OSSAA Game Day Cheerleading Championship. Each squad performs a series of 3 routines, a sideline chant, a band dance, and your fight song. We performed a solid routine, and I'm very proud of them. We came up a little short. We placed 11th out of 24 teams in Class 5A, so I think we still did really, really well. We'll see what next year is for us. This year, I have 3 seniors, and I have 3 awards to give tonight. This group of seniors is very special to me because especially two of them, Maggie and Arrington, were freshmen when I started being the coach here. And Aspen was a sophomore. So I'm truly going to miss my seniors. Aspen, Maggie, and Arrington were selected to cheer the 2019 K101 Honor Cheerleading Squad. So they're going to cheer at the K101 basketball games and the football games this summer in June. My first award, yes, congratulations, girls. My first award is for the most spirited cheerleader. This award is voted for by the entire squad. This cheerleader not only spreads school spirit, but is a leader on our squad. She is very strong and determined. The 2019 Most Spirited Cheerleader is Miss Aspen Valaket. My next award goes to a cheerleader that is one of my go-to girls. She's always willing to help. She's willing to put in the extra time, whatever I need her to do. She is an excellent cheerleader, and my 2019 Most Valuable Cheerleader is Miss Maggie Landis. My last award goes to a cheerleader that is never willing to give up. She has worked extremely hard this year. She was selected as an all-region cheerleader in Class 5A. I'm very proud of her. The 2019 Tiger Cheerleader of the World is Miss Arrington Johnson. I just want to say thank you guys, and thank you to all my cheer parents. Sure can't do it without you guys. Thanks.
Hello. First, I'd like to thank Booster Club for inviting us to be a part of the Sports Banquet. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Williams, Mrs. Hitchings, and Coach Brown for their guidance and support throughout the year. Our first award is our best hip-hop dancer. And this year, and I believe it's 4th year in a row, so it shouldn't be a surprise to her, goes to Sophia Marquez. Our next award for Best Jazz Dancer goes to Taya Gooding. Our next recipient, I don't believe she's here, our Best Kickline and Palm Dancer goes to Tu Ra Pa. This year's Best Technique Award goes to Claire Maines. Our award for 100% is to Daisy Chavez. The most improved dancer this year is for Abigail De La Garza. Our rookie dancer of the year this year is for Caitlin Chavez. Our most valuable dancer, we don't have an MVP, we have an MVD. Our most valuable dancer this year goes to the dancer who is always prepared, on time, and reliable. She always volunteered anytime Jessica or I needed help. And this year's most valuable dancer is Macy Hauk. This next award, sometimes we think this is the most special because this is the one that is not voted on by the coaches, but voted on by the dancers themselves. We ask them to pick the dancer that exhibits the qualities that we expect and strive for, which are respect, responsibility, and school spirit. This year's Tiger Dance Team Award recipient is Sophia Marquez. The last award we have for tonight, we always give our 4-year dance team members a plaque. We think it's a very special thing to be involved with an organization for 4 years in a row, especially one that has an 11-month season. And these girls don't just dance, they are in other sports, and they are in National Honor Society and Student Council, and they have jobs. And we just appreciate that they stick it out and give so much time to us for 4 years. So we have 2 4-year members this year, and they are Sophia Marquez and Taya Gooding. And speaking of those two, if you two will step forward. While these two are here, Sophia and Taya, they also, when we went to NDA camp this summer at OU, they were chosen as NDA All-American dancers. So we're very proud of them for that too. Thank you very much.
I want to start tonight by saying thank you to every one of these girls up here on stage. They have put in a lot of time and effort to make this season possible. I would also like to give a big thanks to my assistant coaches for all their help throughout season. Softball had a great year. We finished 25-12 on regular season. We took first place in the Beaver tournament and finished regional runner-up to Piedmont. We had 4 girls make the all-district team this past season, and I would like to present them with an award. Megan Beller was all-district first all-district pitcher. Maggie Landis, all-district third baseman. Elizabeth Connor, all-district utility player. And Aaliyah Gutierrez, all-district honorable mention. I have 4 more awards I'd like to give out tonight. My first award is Offensive MVP. This girl finished her senior season with the highest batting average on the team with a .495 average and had 6 home runs. Our offensive MVP is Megan Beller. Now we have our defensive MVP. This girl played in almost every inning this year. She had a fielding percentage of .977 and only had 5 errors on the whole season. Our defensive MVP is Elizabeth Connor. We also had an overall MVP for the season. This girl had a batting average of .453. She became one of our leaders on and off the field and finished her high school career with her best season yet. The MVP of this season is Maggie Landis. Our last and final award is our Tiger Award. This award goes to a freshman who did everything she was asked of this year, stayed after day to get extra reps, and is an amazing teammate. This year's Tiger Award goes to Aaliyah Gutierrez. This is all of our awards for tonight. We want to wish Megan and Maggie good luck at NOC next year, and we hope to see everybody else next year.
Okay, I'd like to repeat a few of the thank yous to the Booster Club for bringing us all together. Our administration, we have great support through them, and especially Mr. Dahl and the bus drivers getting us to all of our destinations and back home safely every night. Now, breakdown of the season real quick. We finished the season 19-10. It was the 4th year in a row with at least 19 wins. We're ranked as high as number 9 in the state, El Reno tournament runner-up. And so, you know, the girls did a great job this year. They put in a lot of work this summer at Summer Pride, and I'm very proud of what they did this year. Now for the awards, the Tiger Award goes to a young lady. She was there all the time. She worked her tail off. And if I had a team full of her, we'd be very well off. She's a great kid. And that is Bethany Jones. Offensive MVP, she led us in kills this year. And that is Macy LaGrange. Okay, defensive MVP. At the beginning of the summer, wasn't for sure about how it was going to work out with this girl. Once you know who I'm talking about, you'll understand. But she surprised me, surprised a lot of people, and it was really with her hard work. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do this year, and that's Amy Loya. Now, I have two MVPs. First one was one of our primary receivers and serve receive, and both of them were there pretty much every day this summer. They were always positive, always putting in work, always leading by example. And the first one is Isabel Malco. The other one, like I said, she was always there. She was always putting in the work. She moved to a different position this year. Always positive, always leading by example. And that's Camry Kane. Please give these girls one more round of applause. Thank you.
So, I want to thank everybody, thank the Booster Club for all their support throughout the season and for providing the opportunity for us to come together tonight to celebrate our athletes. I'd also like to thank Scott Dahl for supplying all of our bus drivers and Monty Walgamont, Andy Brown, and Cassandra Mooseman for helping and being my right arm, and all of the swim team parents for their support throughout the season. This year we had 19 swimmers. We doubled in size from our previous year, and we're looking forward to the growth of this sport. I'd like to recognize our swimmers who competed at the 5A state meet. We had 12 swimmers who qualified for 13 individual events and 4 relays. I'd like to mention the swimmers and their qualifying events. Adam Elamoudi, 100-yard breaststroke and 50-yard freestyle. Briar Homan, 100-yard freestyle. Samuel Oakes, 100-yard backstroke. Thomas Mooseman, 100-yard butterfly and 50-yard freestyle. These 4 young men also qualified with their 200-yard medley relay, placing in 3rd in the state, and their 200-yard freestyle relay, placing 4th in the state. Mercedes Davis, 100-yard freestyle, 100-yard backstroke, and 400-yard freestyle relay. Bethany Jones, 200-yard freestyle relay and 400-yard freestyle relay. Paige Pearson, 200-yard freestyle relay. Ella Oblander, 200-yard freestyle, 100-yard breaststroke, 400-yard freestyle relay. Bianca Hernandez, 100-yard butterfly, 500-yard freestyle, and 400-yard freestyle relay. Jackie Martinez and Kira Proksoff, 200 freestyle relay. And Sydney Landers, 100-yard breaststroke and 200-yard freestyle relay. 10 medals were brought home to Guyman that day. I have 3 awards to present tonight. I'd like to start with the new kid on the block. These 2 swimmers are new to the high school swim team. They were coachable in every sense of the word. They appreciated all the help and all the advice that was given. They worked hard with no excuses. They pushed themselves every day to be better than the day before. This award goes to junior Samuel Oakes, and freshman Sydney Landers. The next award is the Tiger Award. Throughout the year, these 2 swimmers have exemplified the true meaning of being a tiger, represented here at GHS. Their work ethic, commitment, and determination of these 2 young athletes went beyond simply approving their times. These awards go to senior Bethany Jones and freshman Thomas Mooseman. Okay, the last award is the Most Valuable Swimmer Award. At the beginning of the season, he had a goal, and that was to make state and bring home more medals than last year. He brought home the most points in for his team and qualified in all 4 events at the 5A state meet, bringing home 3 medals. This award goes to senior Adam Elamudi. Thank you very much.
I'd like to start off with the Offensive Player of the Year. She had 151 field goals, 100 free throws, 63 offensive rebounds, 16 assists, and 419 points. She averaged 17.5 points per game, and that includes playing 1 game with a dislocated finger. That is Megan Beller. The Defensive Player of the Year, she had 117 rebounds, 63 steals, 53 deflection, and also made the all-area team. And she was also the one that, when someone had to be shut down, she's the one that got to guard them. That is Joanna Quintero. The Tiger Award, this goes to a girl that never complained, was always there, and a lot of times we had to limit her minutes because of her asthma. So sometimes she didn't get to play at the younger groups, but got very few times on the varsity, and she was just fun to watch, and that was Naomi. The Most Valuable Player, this girl had 151 field goals, 100 free throws, 194 rebounds, 16 assists, 54 steals, 73 deflections, 29 blocks, 419 points, made the all-area team, the K101 Bowl team, and an alternate for All-State. That is Megan Beller. Again, I would like to thank the parents and administration for everything, and good luck in the future, girls.
How y'all doing today? First off, I would like to thank my coaching staff for their dedication to the growth of these young men in this program. In addition, I want to thank you for your continued support and being individuals of high character and integrity. With that being said, Coach Miner, Coach Wiley, and my beautiful wife, I thank you. Next, I would like to thank the parents of these student athletes for entrusting us with your sons. Thank you for your support in raising a great group of young men. To the team, I want you to know how much I appreciate the hard work and dedication you displayed this past season. I understand that I demanded a lot out of you on and off the court. I thank you for accepting the challenges that I put in front of you and for constantly striving to become better versions of yourselves. Give yourselves a hand for that, man. All right, let's go ahead and get to the awards. The Offensive MVP award goes to a young man who led us in scoring, and he was second in the team in assists. He also earned All-State honorable mention. He has continued to grow into a great leader in this program. This honor goes to Mark Arledge. The Defensive MVP award goes to a young man who led us in block shots, and he finished second in steals. He has shown significant growth throughout this year, and this honor goes to Nash Kaufman. All right, and the Tiger Award goes to a young man who displayed a great amount of leadership, work ethic, and humility. He did not pout when he didn't initially receive a varsity jersey. He came to practice each day, he worked hard, and he encouraged his teammates in every way possible. His character is beyond the game of basketball. After every home game, he was cleaning the stands without anyone asking him to do so. The resilience and commitment this young man showed is something that I will always respect. Javier Martinez, this honor belongs to you, sir. Thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to keep growing with these young men. I just want to let y'all know how much of an inspiration y'all are to me and my family. And I love y'all.
This moment right here is really unbelievably believable. It's unbelievable because all great things are unbelievable. But it's believable because great things happen whenever a person puts in the work. And these gentlemen did do that by winning the 5A Powerlifting State Championship this year. And after we had lost regionals this year, it was the first time in 4 years that Guyman has lost regionals. And that really set the fire under these guys to really perform well at state, and they did so. We had 4 state qualifiers this year. The first one was Eric Cruz. Harvey De La Rosa. Luis Lozano. And Irving Rodriguez. I have 2 awards that I'm going to give out tonight. The first award is New Lifter of the Year. And for the new lifter, this guy didn't even know he was going to lift at regionals, but I said, hey, grab your shorts, you're going to lift in about 3 hours. And he really stepped up, and he finished 7th, and he was 20 pounds away from qualifying for state. And that lifter is Tegan Telford. And now I have our MVP lifter, our most valuable lifter. This guy, he finished first in every meet besides state, and he finished 2nd in state. And that lifter is Eric Cruz. I want to say thank you for all the support we have gotten, for all your donations and your purchasing of our merchandise and all the fly gear that we sell. Ladies and gentlemen, your 5A 2019 Powerlifting State Champions.
Okay, season 13 is in the books with many more gray hairs added to my looks. 50 young women are standing before you, bruised, all black and blue. We have big dreams and expectations on December 2nd. It takes dedication, hard work, skill, and determination to make it to April 22nd. Finishing 4, 7, and 1, landing 6th in districts, a few we did win. Couple of wins over Northwest Clawson, Del City, Pampa, and Medill, but beating Woodward is always the best of them all. Leadership is important, and seniors are the top of the list. We had 7 finish the season, and several will be missed. Tonight we honor them, but before I run them down, we have some other players to show around. 3 freshmen have made their varsity letter. The following girls have made our team better. Down in the backfield and out on the wing, freshman Sonia Hernandez is doing her thing. Yeah, give her a clap. That's hard. Still in the backfield, running far and wide, earning outstanding freshman defense is Sebastiana Naz as our guide. Up front and with speed, often pulling a foul, baby giraffe legs you surely can't miss, is outstanding freshman offense, Catherine Davis. "15 goals we scored this season. Kat Tum with 4, Rosio de la Garza with 4, Alex Garcia with 2, Christina Hernandez with 2, Megan Beller with 2, Lizeth Urives with 1. Many other stats I could share, but to list those all, you wouldn't want to hear. So I will end the night like how we should, honoring my seniors by giving them plaques made of wood. She played at any position we threw at her, spelling her name wrong year after year. My first senior was always about us. Please give a hand to Saley Morales. We make them Guyman strong, but this young lady wants to be Army strong. I am so honored. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, I know. I am so honored and proud to be around you. Thank you for your time and service, Sonia Garcia. Well, she's not here. She's training for the Army. She's going into the Army, and I'm real proud of her. This senior will receive many honors tonight, but she decided to play up front and give us a fight. In the goal, she was often stellar, but please give it up for Megan Beller. Honorable All-State to this young lady would always say, "Coach, I am ready." I would put her in the wing or up in the middle of the field. Her willingness to play and always go the mile. I award Katarina Tom our award for the most versatile. When you watch an athlete focus and hard work on their craft, it's hard not to notice where their heart is at. All-State honorable mention goals with 87 saves this season. Tonight I give Andre Cortez the Heart of the Tiger Award for so many, many reasons. This leaves me with my 2 captains of the team. Rosio de la Garza, a 4-year varsity starter, has earned honors this year as an all-state offender. For her skill and her ball knowledge of the game, tonight she is being awarded MVP offense for the player for our team. Estefany Valenzuela, another player who started out on offense. However, based on need and talent, we switched her down to defense. For her quickness on her feet and her movement off the line, MVP defense is the title we give her at this time. Many thanks to my coaches, Coach Jojo Rios, Anya Miner, Berta Vella. We put together a group of athletes that are just stellar. To Coach McMurphy and his coaches, Lori Beth and Eric Johnson for fixing our injuries, Scott Dahl in transportation, Andy Brown and Coach Jackson for the great communication. To my husband Kyle for all the time and the yell, to my family with who had more patience than I could tell. But my last gift goes to the man who gave me a chance, allowed me the freedom to coach and prance, was always willing to take my call, give a tour, and even take a fall. Thank you, Mr. Melton, for your time and support. This is from the soccer team. You know that communist sport. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good evening. Thank you, Booster Club administration, parents, my assistant coaches. Coach Peters and Coach Setzer. John Avalos couldn't be here tonight. He's working. John's been great to come out and help us year after year. My two managers are graduating this year. I don't know what I'm going to do without them. I'd give away most of my players before I'd give away my two managers, Lorenzo and Johnny. Scott Dahl, thanks, Scott, for putting up with me on the bus, taking care of me. If anything, I'm predictable. Scott laugh about that every time he call me where we're going to go eat. It was not quite the season we were hoping for, but looking back, it was still pretty successful. We ended the year 9-4. The teams that we lost to, one first-round team, two quarterfinal teams, and one state finalist, and they only beat us 1-0 during the regular season. So you kind of look at that and you go, is it bad or good to be beat that little by somebody that goes on? This is my first four-year graduating class, and this group of seniors has been very successful during their high school careers, and I'm going to really miss this group of seniors. The highlights for them, we've made 4 straight playoff berths for them and me as a head coach. We've been to the first round of the playoffs twice, the quarterfinals once, and the semifinals once. State and district player awards for this year. I was fortunate enough to have 2 more all-state players this year, Uzziah Urquiza and Jairo Gutierrez. I have 4 all-district players for the year, my goalkeeper for 4 years, and all-state honorable mention, Brian Santana. Brian's also leaving in July to go join the United States Marine Corps. Alonzo Ramirez, all-district player, Ishmael Sanchez, and Michael Medina. My team awards for this year, the first one is my offensive MVP, goes to a player that started for 2 years, center midfielder, Jana Radalis. My second award, struggled with this for quite a while. Defensive MVP goes to a kid I'm not looking forward to maybe having to put up for the next 3 years. Freshman, Michael Medina. Most valuable player for this year goes to senior Alonzo Ramirez. My last award for the night goes to a senior that's going on to play college soccer at Panhandle State. One of our team captains, Fighting Tiger for this year, Jairo Gutierrez. Thank you all.
How's everybody doing? First off, like everybody else, just want to thank the parents, thank the administration for the support this year. I want to thank my lovely wife, Anya, the other Coach Miner. Did I forget somebody? I want to thank my assistant coaches, Coach Darnell, and Coach Wiley. Without them, this year we had our second child, and without them holding practice down, and they actually had to go to a tournament without me this year, couldn't have done it without them. So I really appreciate them for sure. So this year was a good year for us. Did I forget something? Go ahead. Oh, okay. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm here for support.
Moral support. This was a pretty good year for us. Last year we won 7 games total. This year we came in and got off to a rough start, but we ended the season 15-15. Had some first. We made the finals of the Morris tournament. We didn't come in second because it got rained out, so I'm going to say that we won the Morris tournament because I really think we would have won that. The boys were really excited and they were ready to go, so I really think we would have came out on top in that championship. Also, for the first time, we won a regional tournament game. We were pitted in the regional at Carl Albert, who was ranked number 2 in the state. And we took a tough loss the first game, 7-6 to El Reno. We came back against Santa Fe South that night and won 24-1. And so the guys were really excited about that. Came back the next 2 days later after a rain out, got our second regional win against El Reno in 8 innings. And then we finished second in the region to Carl Albert, who ended up coming in second in the state. So it was a successful season. We did finish 500. 15 wins, that's the most wins the baseball program's had from the records I can find, in at least 10 years. So it was really good for us. All right, first award I want to give out is our top reliever. This guy, he was my guy out of the bullpen. He's a guy I knew could come in, throw strikes, get outs. Finished with the lowest ERA on the team with a 3.5, Draco Sandoval. Staying with pitching, next award is a top starting pitcher. This guy, he pitched in all the big games for us. He was second on the team in earned run average. He had a 4.1. He started 10 games for us. I think he finished 5-5 on the year. Hunter Martinez. All right, my next award is my offensive MVP. This guy led the team in batting. He was second in RBIs. He hit 395 on the year. Had some big hits for us. Would have had a hit that tied the game against El Reno in the last time we played them, but someone decided to fall going around third base. Trey Fields. But offensive MVP, Edgar Rios. So my defensive MVP award, that was really, really hard to decide. Last year, when the ball was hit, I was praying that we would field the ball and throw it and catch it. This year, we were so much better all around. Our guys really worked hard to make sure that we were gonna we'd back up our pitcher. This year, our outfield made a complete turnaround. Last year when the ball was hit to the outfield, we missed a lot of them. And I mean a lot. A lot. This year, I don't think we missed any. I don't think we missed one fly ball all year. We were making diving catches. We made some plays that I couldn't believe it. I mean, I looked at Coach Darnell, Coach Watley, and was like, wow, that's awesome. My defensive MVP is my starting outfield. Jaime Villa, Enrique Alvidres, and Adriel Espadas. All right, my last award is my Tiger Award. This is a guy, he works his butt off all the time, always asks questions, always asks what he could do better, what he needs to work on. He was my right-hand man. If I needed to get something out to the team, I could always text him, and I knew it got done. He would always stay and work on the field if needed, always pick up trash, whatever. My Tiger Award, McKay Lively. And last, but certainly not least, I got to thank my two managers, Ariana and Anel. They really helped us out a ton this year. And, you know, it's really hard being a manager for me because sometimes I yell at the managers. And I've made both of them cry at least once. But I apologize for that, but I really appreciate what y'all did. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, I have one huge thank you I need to do, and that's for Mr. Monty Walgamont. He helped us out tremendously this year with our hurdlers especially. He would drive us to the track meet, help our hurdlers, then drive us home. Sometimes like regionals late at night, and he did that for our junior high as well. And we'll talk about that more here in a second. But we have a great group of girls, good numbers, great numbers. Some of the, I think the most since I've been doing it here in Guyman, 40 girls. And I think we're only losing one. Is that right? Just one, Arrington. And so we've got, a great foundation. Oh, Allie. Well, Allie was hurt all year, so, and Samantha, my bad. I'm going to just shut up about that and go on. But we do have a great foundation for the future, and I'm very excited. We had a few unfortunate injuries this year that kind of derailed a few things we were trying to do. But the future, I think, for this group is very bright. And for our awards, the Tiger Award goes to a young lady who worked her tail off all year. The season didn't quite end up like her and I both hoped it would for her. But her work ethic is outstanding, and that's Joanna Quintero. Jumping events MVP. This young lady was ranked in the top 10 for a while in Class 5A, and she's just a little freshman, and so the future, I think, is going to be bright for her, and that's Naoma Aragonis. Throwing events MVP. She won 2 different track meets, the Boise City and the Hugoton meet this year, placed in most of the rest of them, and she's just a sophomore, and I think, she came a few feet from making it to the state track meet this year, and that's CC Sappington. My running events MVP, Mr. Walgamont, had a big part of her success. She PR'd in the 100-meter hurdles 3 of the last 4 weeks of the track season, including at the state track meet. Going into the state meet, she was sitting middle of the pack. She capitalized on that, made it to the finals in the 100-meter hurdles, and she PR'd by over 0.3 of a second in that race. And my most valuable runner is Aaliyah Gutierrez. Okay, thank you.
As you can tell, we had a really big track team this year on the boys' side. Special thanks to Coach Ware for working with our sprinters, and Mr. Walgamont working with our hurdlers, Scott Dahl for getting us there, Booster Club for supporting us, parents for allowing me to coach your kids, and boys, thanks for being so coachable this year. We were very young, but our boys were very coachable. That's what we're looking for, is coachable kids. This year we had 1 state meet qualifier in the mile, and that was Mulu. Step forward, please. And our most valuable sprinter this year, he was a freshman. I'm really glad he came out and tried out track, and I hope he continues. He's going to be really good. The older he gets, most valuable sprinter, Thomas Mooseman. Our most valuable runner, our state qualifier, Mulu Gabrisalus. Fighting Tiger Award, this goes to the kid who is coachable, always has a great attitude, does whatever we ask him to do, and always has a smile on his face, Gaspar Sebastian. These two boys have had to put up with me for 8 seasons of cross country and track, and for that alone they deserve an award. David and Daniel Gayton. Still can't tell them apart. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to just really thank the lady golfers for playing golf and everything. I had 3 that qualified for state this year, which was a real big accomplishment, and taking 3 golfers from all the way from Guyman to Oklahoma City is always kind of one of those missions that, well, sometimes you look forward to, other times you don't, but I'll tell you what, having these ladies in the van and stuff like that, just incredible ladies, and it was really fun to have them around. I'd like to recognize my seniors first, and I have 3 senior awards for them. The first one goes to senior Camry Kane. And Camry has signed a scholarship to go play golf at OPSU, so very proud of her. My next senior I want to recognize is Isabel Melko. And Isabel, again, is one of those people that you always look for, that is always trying her hardest and stuff like that. And it was great having her for 4 years part of the team. So I really hate to see her leave. Not too fun. My last one goes to Mercedes Davis. So. And Mercedes is another one of those golfers that started off with the team and everything, and she really improved this year, and it was kind of neat to see how well she did. I'd like to really kind of point out my Tiger Award this year, and this one goes again to Isabel Malco. And Isabel would be at every practice. She would be there playing golf on Sundays. She would always be at the putting green or chipping range. She always tried her hardest, and people would be leaving, going home, and she'd still be out there. So I really want to congratulate Isabel. A lot of people ask me, what's the best part about, coaching girls golf and everything. And one of the neatest things is when we get back from a tournament and having girls go forth and tell their moms and dads how well they played and everything. And one of the best memories I have, of course, is Miss Obelander up here, who came out of the Suburban and saw her parents, her dad, and she said, "Hey, I just got a new personal best, personal record." And so that's really a neat thing to see, them having the pride and stuff that goes along with the sport. I'd like to recognize my most valuable golfer, and this one goes to a girl that I had to try to convince last year into playing. And I finally got her to go in the Jim Hitch tournament, and all of a sudden I had her play with us this year. She did fantastic for us, and I'm just really proud that she was part of the team and everything. And she was one of the 3 state qualifiers, and the best part is she's only a sophomore, which is good news. So I'd like to go ahead and give this one to Anna Batista. Thank you very much.
Coach Fankhauser could not attend tonight. He was caught up in some storms downstate, so he sent me some things he wanted me to say about the boys this year. The boys missed qualifying for the state meet as a team by several strokes. It was very close. And he wants to give out 3 awards today. The first award is the most improved. This kid improved by almost 30 strokes in tournament play from the beginning of the season to the end. And he became more consistent. Coach looks forward to seeing him improve, and hopefully he continues over the summer. Macaulay Evans. Probably out golfing. Second award is the Fighting Tiger Award. This young man has a lot of potential. He may not have been the first one to practice, but he stayed there longer than everyone else, and that's Gannon Wallace. Final award goes to the only state qualifier on the team this year. He got better over the season, had some of the best ball striking on the team. He has 2 years left of his high school career, and he can't wait to see how his game develops over the next 2 seasons. That is Nash Kaufman. Thank you.
I'm way too short for this. Okay, first off, I want to thank all the coaches that I got to work with this year. It's an honor to work with every single sport that Guyman has to offer, and I want to thank Eric and Elite Physical Therapy for helping me with any time that I had questions. A special thank you for Miss Davis. She helps me on and off the field, supporting me whenever I need it. And thank you to all the parents and all the athletes. Thank you for trusting me to help your kids when they got hurt, and letting your kids come see me. Most importantly, I want to thank my student trainers. They're not all here tonight, but Ariana and Ruby were great help to me today. This year was truly amazing. I got to work with all of the athletes and all of the coaches, and I worked on creating a program to be beneficial for all of the Guyman athletes. The girls who participated gained so much knowledge about being an athletic trainer, and they had to perform and apply what they learned at practices each day. I'm so proud of the girls. They went above and beyond my expectations. Brianna and Farah, my seniors, will be missed, and I look forward to the upcoming year and adding more girls next year to our program. Thank you all for letting me work with your kids.
All right, cross country. I want to thank the kiddos for coming out this year. The girls' side, we struggled a little bit this year. We were young. We did improve over the season, but it wasn't enough to get us out of the regional meet. We went to Tulsa this year for regionals. It was wet, muddy, not the best conditions. But we didn't get out of regionals, but we're going to work on that this summer, put some more time in and see where we get next year. For the awards, our freshman award, Emery Johnson. Most Improved Award, she improved her times drastically from last year, Alexis Cruz. And Coach was passing out senior awards. Alex Woods, step forward. She's been a competitor on our team for 4 years, and it's been great having her on the team, and we're going to miss her next year. So she got a senior award, so very proud of her work. We had one girl qualify for the state meet this year, and she really started to improve as the season went on, and that was Edie Ochoa. She's our MVP. On the boys' side, I've been fortunate enough to coach 3 state title teams, and I'm telling you right now, these boys are the toughest team I've had so far. Very mentally tough, strong, went through some very tough workouts, really gelled together as a team, really cared about each other. They put a lot of time in starting in the summertime, and they're very coachable, did everything we asked, just came up a little bit short. They did win the 4th regional title in a row at cross country at the regionals, and then at the state meet, Didn't have our best race, became a state runner-up, and I'm telling you, we were really wanting to win that state title again. Just didn't happen, but the kids really handled it with class and really represented Guyman very well. I'll get on to the awards. Our freshman award this year, this is a freshman kid who came in and ran very, very good times, and really looking for him to improve as he grows. Mulu Gabriel-Salus. Most improved, this kid was on the JV team last year, got to watch a state title being won without really being a big piece of that. This year, moved up and was the top finisher at the state meet, one place off from becoming all-state. Brett Fields. And our MVP on the boys' side was a freshman. Had really good races all year long. Can't wait to see what he can do as he matures and gets older. And that's Nathaniel Weldemichael. Real quick, I've got some state meet alternate plaques that we got the kids for. It's not easy being a state meet alternate. You have to train and you don't get to run. So just in case somebody gets injured, they're able to step in. But these kids were alternates this year and did a great job and traveled with the team and supported them. Jaden Johnson, Juan Ramirez, Nathaniel Hale, Daniel Gayton, and David Gayton. Thank you. I need the following athletes to come up: Thomas Mooseman, Brett Fields, Megan Beller, Maggie Landis, Jasmine Brown, Aaliyah Gutierrez. Will they please come forward? The following were three-sport lettermen. These were the only kids that lettered in 3 sports at Guyman High School. Multi-sport participation is critical to our athletic programs. All these kids up here were 3 or 4 sport lettermen and maintained a GPA of 3.80. So great job. We had one girl that was a 4-sport letterman and maintained a 4.0 GPA average, Aaliyah Gutierrez. Three-sport letterman, Thomas Mooseman. Three-sport letterman, Maggie Landis. Three-sport letterman, Brett Fields. Three-sport letterman, Megan Beller. Thank you. You guys can have a seat. And Jasmine Brown, 3-sport letterman. Next is our all-around freshman award. On the boys' side, it was very close, so we gave it to 2. If I can have this fellow lettered in football, played basketball and lettered in baseball, Carson Martinez. And the other boy that it was very close with was a three-sport letterman, Thomas Mooseman. And for the girl all around, it was unanimously voted by all the coaches. Four-sport letterman, softball, cheer, basketball, state competitor in track, Aaliyah Gutierrez. Now for the Coy Gibson Award, it's the senior athlete with the highest GPA. This girl had a 4.56 GPA, Bethany Jones. I'll let Mr. Hitch come up now and give out the Jim Hitch Awards.
The Jim Hitch Awards come in 3 sports awards and 1 choir award. I'm going to mention it real quick. The choir award, the basketball award, and the golf award are scholarship monies to the colleges of the student's choice. However, the Fighting Heart Award is actually a cash prize sent to someone who's worked their way through some sort of adversity. All of these persons are picked by the faculty and staff here at the high school, and I think it's important to point out that the scholarships, I hope, are very important to these students to go on and further their education and play their chosen sports or sing in the choir. They were things that my grandparents and my uncle performed and my grandparents supported him in, and they've set that up so that support has gone forward through all these years. So without anything more, for the basketball award, it would go to Edgar Rios. And it says here that he is going to OPSU, and then the golf award goes to Camry Kane, and she's also attending OPSU. Congratulations. And the Fighting Heart Award goes to Javier Martinez. Thank you all.
I'd like to thank Jason for awarding those scholarships to our student athletes. And now for the senior all-around. This boy was a 2-sport letterman, participated in the state cross-country meet, and was a soccer all-state selection, Uzziah Urquiza. Now for the all-around girls, she was a 3-sport letterman, softball, basketball, and soccer. She was also selected to play the K101 Basketball Bowl in Woodward and was an all-district selection in softball, Megan Beller.
Our final award of the night is Coach of the Year. This year's Coach of the Year is Jason Miner, baseball coach. second. I think you've heard the stats. 15 wins, most in over a decade. Won 11 of their last 14 games. Beat Woodward for the first time in over a decade. First regional win, first regional finals appearance. Had a no-hitter against Beaver with Draco Sandoval and Obed Fierro combined. No-hitter against Hooker, Mark Arledge, and advanced to the finals at the Morris tournament. A few comments we received about Coach Miner. I see Coach Miner in the hall asking his players about grades and classes, pushing them along and encouraging them to play baseball and be involved. There are a lot of different personalities on the team this year. This is not unique, but Coach has worked to know his players better and know what gets their attention and pushes them to be better. Congratulations, Coach. That concludes our banquet for this evening. Thank you all so much for coming out.